Good morning, good afternoon, good night. I'm Myrna Loy, and today I wanted to talk about the colour black. And the reason why I'm raising it is because I was talking to a friend of mine this evening, and she said to me she is not going to call herself black. And I'm like, why not? So she said, I'm not going to call myself black when black is associated to negative words. And I said to her, well, it can only be associated with the term that you apply to it. I said, when I think of myself as black, I don't see any bad connotations to the word black. I just see myself as a black woman. But then she said, words, words have power and words have meaning, and whatever you put out there, that is that interpretation. So then she started saying, what does the word black mean if you look into the dictionary? And I looked into the dictionary and it says the darkest shade of colour. And yes, it had, what did it have? What terms did it have? Oh, I didn't even write them down. But it was like dirty, dismal, dark as in bad. And yeah, if you look at it from that perspective, yeah, the word black is not a very nice word. But then, it all depends. I mean, black is an adjective. And why should that be taken? Why should we apply those negative meanings to who we are? And if people are applying those negative meanings to who they are, how is that going to make them feel? It reminded me of that experiment with the two dolls, where the girl took the black, when the lady said, the little girl said that the black one is bad because she's black and she's ugly because she's black. And then when the woman said, well, which one looks like you? And she picked up the black doll. It reminds me of that. So if you're going to assign those labels to the colour black, of course you're going to have negative connotations. A rose by any other name is still a rose. So whether we call ourselves blacks, whether we call ourselves Africans, because she's saying, oh, well, let's use the word African. I said, but there are people out there, whether they're evolved or not, who do not want to call themselves Africans, who want to call themselves Caribbeans. So what do you do about them? We go back to that same old thing of classification. Why do we need to be classified? African American, African Asian, Black British, Black Caribbean, Caribbean Jamaican, Jamaican Chinese. You know what I mean? Why do we need all those classifications? In politics, they reckon they need it for the equality law. At work, they say they need it in order to make sure that, an equal amount of people of different races and different genders are getting jobs. But is that the real reason? And even then, okay, like my friend saying she doesn't want to be called black because it's associated with bad words. So what are you going to call yourself then? Is an African still going to... I was listening to this German. She's a black German. And she said she doesn't want to be called African because Africa is associated with badness. So where does that put you? People, you can't keep assigning yourself labels and then putting your own meaning to those labels, because regardless of what label you're called, it's about you as an individual. I nearly had a ruckus with her because I'm like, don't tell me that because I accept the fact that I'm black, that I'm associating myself with badness and bad things and all that kind of stuff. Because you're trying to feed that into my mind. And I'm not allowing it. I'm rejecting that. Because there are only so many descriptions. Okay, what can I say? I'm brown skin. Then we have different shades of black. We have different shades of brown. Oh, I'm medium brown. I'm light brown. I'm dark brown. I mean, please get a grip. Get a grip. I don't understand why it's so important. And who is it important to? I mean, if I haven't got it, please, someone let me know. If I'm not getting it, if I'm gone off the rails here somewhere, please let me know. But as far as I'm concerned, I am a proud black woman, and I don't care what labels they assign to black. I'm not taking them on. I refuse, I reject any negative label associated. So therefore, it's not going to affect me. It's not going to affect my behavior. It's not going to affect the way I interact with other people. I don't go to work thinking, oh my God, you know, I'm black and I'm, you know, because I'm black, I'm a bad person. And that's how they're going to see me, as a bad person. No, I don't do that. You know, there are situations that we see all the time, and they're probably minority situations which they blow out of proportion to make them look as though they're bigger than what they are. But the fact of the matter is, thank God I live in a kind of a humane environment. And I don't want to feel as though I have to give myself another label in order to feel good about myself. I need to feel good about myself regardless of the label assigned to me. So are you comfortable being called black? And if you're not comfortable being called black because of its association with the word, what would you prefer to be called? How would you prefer to be described? Or do you not want to be described at all? Is it essential for us to be described? Do we have to say white people and black people? Do we have to say Asian people? Why do we have to differentiate? Why do we have to classify people by the colour of their skin? I have no idea. I have no idea. Well, I do have an idea, but I'm not going to say it here. Okay, then, that's all for now. Just thinking.